Hi everyone. In today's video, we're going to talk about how do you organize pages and how do you, when I say organize pages, things like adding more pages to existing document or removing some of the pages or shuffling those pages around, maybe move the page number 10 to page number 2, or even say add a couple of pages from another document into your existing PDF document. That's exactly what we're going to discuss today. Right, so let's jump right into this. So this is, there are a couple of documents that we have here. So say there is this presentation document converted to a PDF, and then say there is this report document, which was started from a Word document and then converted to Acrobat PDF. And now what we want to do here is we want to organize this document. And maybe, like I said, delete some of the pages, shuffle them, and things like that. So in order to do so, the steps you will follow is you'll open up that document, of course, in Acrobat Pro DC, as you can see on my screen. And then you'll click on all tools that you see on the top left-hand side of the screen. Click on that, and then you will click on Organize Pages. If you don't see that tool, in the section above, click on View More to be able to expand the list. But most probably you should see this tool on the top of the screen already. So just click on Organize Pages and it will open up another authoring screen where you'll see all the pages of that document as a thumbnail. Now there are a couple of things that you can do here. One, before you make any changes, because the screen is too small right now, maybe what you can do, look at the bottom right hand side of the screen. There's an option to zoom in and zoom out. Maybe you can zoom in a little bit to make sure that you're able to kind of understand what page it is that you're trying to act upon. If that's not enough, you can of course double click on any of the page and open that up in full screen again. But I'll just go back again to all tools. I'll go into Organize Pages one more time, and we'll go into the thumbnail mode again, right? Now, let's talk about all these things that we said that Organize Pages let you do. Let's talk about shuffling pages first. So say for any reason, the page which says Growth and Revenue, which is the 5th page right now, and how do I know if this is the 5th page? There's a number 5 at the bottom of the screen. Maybe I want this page to go to page number 2, right? Between 1 and 2, so it should be the page number 2. All you need to do, and you'll be surprised, it's so simple. All you need to do is quickly click and drag the thumbnail and drop it wherever you want, right? And you will see this blue bar, blue vertical bar highlighting between the pages. It's basically telling you, giving you an idea that if you let go your mouse now, the page is going to be set up between these two pages, right? So what I want is I want this page to go between page 1 and 2, right? So I'm going to make sure this blue bar shows up between page 1 and 2, and I'll let go the mouse, and then you see the page which said Growth and Revenue is now actually the page number 2 and not the page number 5, right? So just click and drag, drop it anywhere you want, and that's how you shuffle pages. That's how easy it is. Okay, so that was one of the things that we wanted to do, right? The other thing that you can do in Organize Pages is, of course, you can delete some of the pages. If this is a big document and you see that there are some updates and these pages are not necessary or they should not be there, maybe say the one which says and engagement and reach should not be in the latest version of this document. So all you need to do is, and you must have guessed it already, just highlight on the page and click on this trash icon, and you should be able to, after the confirmation, you'll double confirm again, and if you say okay, you should be able to get rid of that page very easily, right? So that's the point number 2. Point number 3, maybe what you need to do here is add more pages from another document into this document, right? So you're still in organized pages, but you want to get some of the pages from another piece of document. How do you do that? You will see once you go into the organized pages, apart from the authoring screen that you see on the middle of the screen, you also have a couple of options on the left hand side of the panel or left hand side of the screen. And you will use the option which says insert, and you'll say insert pages from file, and then you will choose where your file is. So in this case, what I want to do is I want to choose this presentation document, the other document that I just showed you a moment ago. And I want to say, yeah, that's the file I want to use to add some of the pages from that presentation into this document, right? So take a step back again, go to insert. After you're in organized pages, go to insert, from file, select the file. Depending on whatever folder it is, you of course you would need to navigate to that folder first, and then you will select that file, say select, and then it's going to say, hey, where do you want me to put all the pages from this document into your existing document? So I'm going to say, let's just do it after the last page, and then I'll decide what page will go where. But for now, just put every single page from that document in, after the last page of this existing document that we're working with. Okay, press OK to this. Voila, there you go. You see all those 4 pages from the presentation document shows up in my existing document. And again, taking the idea of the shuffling pages that we saw before, you can quickly drag and drop and say, you know what, this page should be the first one, and then the report will continue, and then maybe the content page should be the second one, and that's how you basically deal with the situation, right? That being said, there's one more thing that I want to give you as a bonus point, apart from what I promised in the beginning, is that you can, of course, also change the rotation and the orientation of the page. Sometimes you must have noticed when you do some scans or maybe take pictures and the pages are rotated in different orientation and wrong orientation, you can quickly go into organized pages and click on the rotation button to be able to rotate that page in any orientation that you want. So say, for example, maybe the document was like this to begin with, I would have gone into organized pages, select this page, click on the rotation button and fix the orientation very easily, right? So that's all to it. When we talk about organizing pages, that's how easy it is. And of course, once you're done, like any other tool, you will click on the cross button for that tool to get out of that tool and see your document ready. So I'm going to do that again. And now I have my document ready. So first one was a presentation, then content, then there were like the report pages that we just begin with, and then there are last pages from the presentation, right? And once you're done, of course, you will go into File. You will say Save if you want to overwrite the existing document, or you will say Save As if you want to, if you don't want to overwrite the existing document and maybe create a new file out of that document. I'm okay to overwrite that, so I'll just hit save and my document is saved and is ready to be used again. Right, so that's all for now, and that's everything that we wanted to discuss in this video for organized pages. If you like this video, if you learned something, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of these videos, because we're doing a whole playlist, a whole series of videos on Acrobat, and making sure that you're speeding up your processes and getting more efficient in dealing with your documents day by day. So there are more videos like this coming up soon. In the next video, we're going to talk about how do you prepare forms. We're going to talk about situations like maybe there's a paper form that you have and you want to convert that paper form into a fillable form, so that you can transact things online. Maybe you send it to your clients or your teammates to fill some data and send it back to you. So how do you convert that paper form into a fillable form? How do you send that fillable form to anybody? How do you collect the data back? And how do you how do you convert that received data into, say, maybe a spreadsheet so that you can analyze the data, or maybe do whatever you want to do with that data? That's exactly what we're going to discuss in the next video, which is going to be on preparing form or converting any paper form into digital form. So stay tuned. Until then, bye-bye. Thank you.